That?
Hey guys, this is Amor. Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a new Pokemon, and it is the derpy Psyduck. Here he is. He's getting a headache. Uh-oh. Alright, let's get started. For the body with yellow yarn, you are going to do 8 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go ahead and close your circle. Then we're going to use a bobby pin for our stitch marker. For round 2, we are going to increase in the next 2 stitches. So we're going to do 2 right here. So that's 1 and 2. And in our next stitch, we're going to do 2 again. We're going to do 1 and 2. And then in our next 2, we're just going to do 1. So that's 1 and 1. And then we're going to repeat that same pattern. So we're going to increase in the next 2 right here. So that's 1 in here and our second one. Then we're going to do 2 again in our next one. That's 1 and 2. And then just 1 in each of the next stitches. And at the end, we should have 12 single crochet stitches. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now for round 3, we are going to increase in our next 3. So that's 2, 2, 2 here. So we're going to go ahead and do that 1, 2. And then 1, 2 again, and then 1, 2, and then in our next 3 single crochet stitch, just 1. That's 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to repeat. In our next 3 increase, and then in our next 3 just 1. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then just 1 in each. 1, 2, and our last stitch 3, and we should have 18 single crochet stitches around. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Before we go to round 4, I just want you to do single crochet in the next 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go ahead and move our stitch marker, and we're going to say that this is the end of our round right there. So now for round 4, we are going to do an increase here 2. And then in our next 8, we're just going to do 1 in each, and then we repeat around. So we're going to do 2 here, 1 and 2. And then in our next 8, just do 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to repeat 2 here, and in our next 8, just 1 in each. So that's 1 in the same stitch, 2, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now for the next 2 rounds, we are just going to stay at 20 single crochet stitches, which is what we have right now. So you're just going to do 1 in each stitch around for the next 2 rounds. That's 1. Okay, and then I will meet you at the end of round 6. So this is how your body should look like after 6 rounds. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now for our 7th round, we are going to decrease to 18 single crochet stitches. So you're going to do a decrease here, and then in our next 8 you're just going to do 1 single crochet stitch, and then you're going to repeat again. Okay, so we're just going to decrease here, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to decrease again, and then in our next 8 just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and now in our next round we are just going to decrease all around. So at the end we should have 9 single crochet stitches. So just go ahead and decrease all around. For round 9, our pattern is going to be a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet all the way around. So you should have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. So that's a decrease, single crochet. Okay, and repeat around. For round 10, now we're just going to increase in each stitch around. So at the end you should have 12 single crochet stitches. So here we're going to do 2. 1 and 2. This one 1, and in the same stitch 2. Okay, and you're just going to increase all around. And for our next round, our pattern is going to be 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around. So we should have 18 single crochet stitches at the end. So that's 2 here, and then just 1. Okay, 2, and then 1. Okay, and repeat around. Now we are going to stay at 18 single crochet stitches for the next 2 rounds. So go ahead and just work up 1 single crochet in each stitch around for the next 2 rounds. For the 14th round, our pattern is going to be a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet all the way around, and you should have 12 single crochet stitches at the end. Decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, and keep continuing around. And for our very last round, we're going to decrease all around, so you should have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and this is how your body should look like. And for the tail, we are going to do 4 single crochet stitch into a magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And for round 2, you are going to stay at 4 single crochet stitch. So that's just 1 in each stitch around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. For round 3, our pattern is going to be 2, 1, 2, 1 around, so you should have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. So we're going to do 2 here, 1, 2, and then just 1 here, 2 here, 1, 2, and then just 1 in our last stitch here, For our last round, our pattern is going to be 2 1 1 2 1 1 around, and you should have 8 single crochet stitches at the end. So it's going to be 2 here, 1 2, and then just 1 and 1. Then you're going to do 2 again, and then just 1 and 1. For the arm with yellow yarn, you are going to do 6 single crochet stitch into magic ring. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and now for rounds 2 through 6, you are going to stay at 6 single crochet stitch, so you're just going to do 1 in each stitch around. So go ahead and work up your stitches. And here's how your arm should look like after 6 rounds. And then now we're going to slip stitch the top across shut. So you're going to go under both, and then you're going to slip stitch. So you want to close the top. And you should do 3 slip stitch across. And then you're going to do 2 chain. And then you're going to slip stitch back into the first chain. And you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch right here. And then you're going to do 2 chain again. And you're going to slip stitch back into the first chain, slip stitch into the next stitch, and then you're going to chain 2 again, slip stitch in the chain, and then slip stitch back onto the arm. Okay, and this is going to create the web for the hands, and you're going to cut a long tail. Okay, and here is our first hand created, and you'll want to make 2. For our web feet, we are going to do 6 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Going to close off the circle. For round 2, we're going to stay at 6 single crochet stitch, so that's 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. That's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, and this thing we're going to do the same thing that we did with the arm, and you're just going to close it shut with slip stitch across. So that's 1, and then that's 2, and then our last we're going to do 3 right here. And then chain 2, and you're going to turn, and then you're going to slip stitch back the chain. You're going to slip stitch into the next stitch right here. You're going to chain 2, you're going to slip stitch back 1, slip stitch back into the foot right here. You're going to chain 2, and then slip stitch back the chain, and then slip stitch back onto the foot. And then we are going to go ahead and cut a long tail. And here is our web foot completed, and you'll want to make 2. For the bill, you are going to do 12 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. That's 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Go ahead and close your circle. And for the next 2 rounds, you are going to stay at 12 single crochet stitch. So you're just going to do 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. So this is 1, 2, 3, how your bill should look like after 3 rounds. And then our pattern is going to be a decrease here, and then in our next 4 we are going to do a single crochet stitch. So you'll have 10 single crochet stitches at the end. So we're going to do a decrease here, and in our next 4 just 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to decrease here, and then in our next 4 just 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. For round 5, we're going to slip stitch in our next 2. So that's going to be 1 and then 2. And in our next stitch, we are going to do a half double crochet stitch increase. So we're going to do a half double crochet stitch here, 1, and do a second one in the same stitch. And then we're going to slip stitch in our next 3 stitches. So that's 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, and you will not stuff this bill with crochet thread size 3 and a crochet hook size 3.25 millimeter. You are going to chain 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to slip stitch back 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to slip stitch back 3. So that's 1, 2, and then in the original first chain here, you're going to slip stitch as well. You're going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to slip stitch back 3. So that's 1, 2, and into the original chain you are also going to do a slip stitch here. You're gonna cut off a long tail. This way you should have 1, 2, 3 tufts for the Psyduck's hair. Now we're ready to assemble our Psyduck. And here is Psyduck completed. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of my channel. You can find this Pokeball tutorial as well as this Pikachu. If you want to see more Pokemon Amigurumi, be sure to let me know which one you'd like to see. Alright, I'll catch you next video.